Okay, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So I see some of you are. I'm looking at the chat right now. Yeah. So I see some of you are already introduced yourself, and and someone from Florida, right? Miami too. Okay, Miami is Florida, right? Okay, Michelle is from Subang, right? Julie is from Devon, UK, and Banu is from Canada. Okay. Hello. Italy. Someone from Italy. Okay, good. Right. Vincent, the drone flyer. Okay. Right. South Florida. Okay, good. Australia. Nice, nice. Okay. So thanks, everyone from all over the world is joining me today. I'm glad that, and I'm very happy that most of you are joining today all over the world. Okay, and of course, before I begin, I think I should share my slide first. Okay, so I would try to simplify what am I going to share with you today because it's actually quite a lot, right? So before I begin, yeah, I want you guys to actually notice your body right now. Right? I mean, body means your health, lah, right? Okay. So what I want you to notice is, are you feeling tired even though you have enough sleep? Do you feel heavy even though you eat clean? Or do you feel anxious without even knowing why? Why am I asking all these questions? It's because tonight is not about fixing your body. Tonight is about understanding it. And because once you understand how energy truly works, healing stop being a struggle. Yeah, so healing will be easily available for you. Okay, so some of you are. How many of you are actually new here? I mean, this is the first time you join me, Joe Boy, in my webinar. Anyone new? Type of one if you are totally new. This is the first time you're hearing from this person. Oh, okay. Good, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. There are a few of you here. Go ahead. Great. Okay. Okay. Then I will take a little bit of time to introduce myself. Okay. Right. So this is me before the pandemic. This is how I looks like. After the pandemic, this is how I looks like. Okay. Right. So uh, before we go even deeper into the today's topic, I would just like to briefly introduce myself. So, not so you know who I am, but so that you understand why the system that I'm going to talk about today it works. Okay. So my name is Joe Boy, of course, and I'm a life coach, business and career consultant, and I'm a feng shui master, and of course, a Chinese metaphysics instructor as well. So I teach feng shui and Qimeng Dunjia. Okay. So over the years, my work has focused on one core principle, which is helping people and organization makes better decisions by understanding the energy, the timing, and the structure. So I work with individuals who feel stuck, burnout, or unclear about their next phase in life. And I've also been trusted by major institutions and developers to guide strategies, space, and of course, growth. So my clients include international banks such as Standard Chartered, HSBC. But okay, these are the banks that are more popular in the Asian country, and of course, Maybank is actually our Malaysian the biggest local Malaysian bank in Malaysia. So and of course, leading developers in Malaysia as well, like Sime Darby, CapitaLand, UEM Sunrise. So if you are Malaysia, probably you heard some of these names, Faisal Properties, okay, KLGCC, yeah, GM Klein, GMBB, Asset Hayat Kayamas. JL99 Group, and Alpha Galaxy. These are some of the reasons feng shui developer that I've done feng shui for them before. Okay, so why this matter, right? Because the same principles that determine whether a business thrive or struggle also determine whether a human body heals or break down, right? Why? Because energy doesn't lie, timing matters, and the structure determines the outcome. So what I might be sharing with you today is not theory. It is not superstitious, or today is not a motivation talk. It is a system, one that has been applied in boardroom, in buildings, in careers, in businesses, and in personal life as well. And now it's going to apply to health and vitality. So as you listen today, don't ask whether do I believe this? You should be asking, where have I been fighting my own system? Yeah. Why am I be fighting my own system? Or where have I been fighting my own system? Instead, you should be working with it. Okay. Okay, guys, that's it. And let's begin. All right. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is actually the health paradox. So what does it mean? Doing everything right, but still unwell. Right. Okay. Yeah. So let me describe a very familiar situation. You eat well, you try to sleep early, you take supplements, right? Many of you do, some of you don't, but most of you do. But yet, your body still feel inflamed, slow, or drained out. This is not because you are weak. It's because you were never taught how energy actually move inside your body, right? And why supplements and diet alone don't fix your energy. Here's a truth most people never heard of. Okay. And why? Because food is not an energy until your body can transform it. Right. Food is not energy. Supplements are not energy. They are raw materials. If your internal system cannot transform them, they become burden instead of fuel to your body. And this is why many people feel worse after doing more to their health. Right? Okay. Yeah. How many of you have heard this that you have an auntie or uncle who is taking supplements for don't know how many years, but they will still have problems. Why? Because the supplements are only materials and they are not energy. So your system is the one that's going to transform it. Okay? Yeah. And how to do that? Yeah, today this is the topic we're going to talk about. All right, okay, so ancient wisdom versus modern symptom chasing. Okay, what does it mean? Modern health asks the wrong questions. Why? Because modern medicine asks these questions. What drugs stop this symptom? Right now. But ancient wisdom, what do they ask? They ask, why did this system appear now? Okay. So they're asking two different questions. One is to what stop this? What's the things that are going to help me stop this symptom? The other one is asking, why is this happening now? Okay. One suppresses the signal, the other restore the intelligence. Right. So what are you going to discover today? What are we going to explore today? By the end of today, you will see your body very differently. Right? So you discover which organ system is silently draining your life force. You certainly, oh, wait, sorry, why certain emotions keep repeating and why healing stalls even with effort and how your environment either restore or weaken you every day. Right? Okay. So why modern health is failing? Well, modern health treat the body like separate department. You go to the hospital, you have heart specialists, you have gut specialists, you have hormone specialists, right? I still remember I have a kneecap pain. My kneecap was kneecap pain, okay? Yeah, so I went to the hospital. I make appointment and went to the hospital. Okay, I went to the knee doctor, knee specialist. Then I tell the doctor, my feet, right? My feet, there's a area that is just below my toes. It's also pain. Can ask the doctor, can you find out what's the problem? Then the doctor told me this. I'm the knee specialist. You have to find the feet specialist. Oh, okay. Then I have to go and find a feet specialist and make another appointment. Right? So modern doctor, this is it. You have different department. But do you think your body works in department? Yes or no? Not really. Your body work as one integrated energy system. Right? Not? Yeah. And what's the missing piece? This is what missing in almost all health advice. Health is not about adding more things. It's about allowing the energy to transform correctly. So when the transformation fail, the healing will slow down. Okay. Okay. Fragment view versus holistic view. Okay. So have you noticed how problems move around your body? Right. So when the energy is blocked, the symptom migrated to another place, right? Fatigue become digestive system issue. Then digestive system become an immune system issue. Then immunity becomes aging issue. All right. So nothing happened randomly. The energy transform. So one place when it's blocked, it will transform to another place. Okay. And one system will move on to another system. One department will move on to another department. Right, okay. So treating only the symptoms doesn't really work. You have to find the root cause. Right, okay. And by the way, symptoms are message. They are not the enemies, they are the message. So your body is not attacking you, right? The symptoms are the message, they are the body saying something is out of alignment. And if you ignore the symptom, it's like muting a fire alarm without whether investigate whether there's a real fire alarm or not. Right. So when you have certain symptoms, please go and find out what are the things that is misaligned. Right. Okay, so again, before we continue, what I would like you to do is actually plot your own 八字. Why? Because it's very important. This will help you understand your today's teaching on a more personal level. Okay. So right now, take some time, open a new browser, okay, on your computer, on your iPad, on your phone, whatever it is, open a new browser, type in bazi.joeyyap.com. Okay. Right. Yeah, and Steph and William also share the link on the chat. You can actually click on the link that was shared. Okay. So once the page load up, okay, you can register yourself. It's free. Right. Again, this is not fortune telling. Right. This is a diagnostic map for your energy blueprint. It's just like an X-ray to your internal system. Okay. So the 八字 is like the analyzing the DNA that you have. Right. Okay. The health DNA that you are having. Right. Once you are able to load this page and also register, then please key in the information like your name and gender, your date of birth. If you know your time of birth, then key in. If you do not know or do not remember, it's fine. Just click time of birth unknown. Yeah. For now, you don't need the time of birth first. Click the date. That's as long as the date are correct, the information I'm going to share is mostly correct. Okay. So click plot the chart right now. All right. Can gay man choose female energy? Okay, for the gender is the gender of your birth. Yeah, the gender of your birth. If you are born as a man, you put man. If you are born as a female, you put female. All right. Over the years, you change. It doesn't affect the 八字. Okay. So whatever gender you are born with, click that gender. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So take your time. Yeah. There's no rush. But of course, when you are ready, click. Of course, you have to click plot. Then the chart will come up. What you will see is a chart with a lot of symbols and elements. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry if it looks unfamiliar. You are not expected to understand it yet. So this chart show how your energy is structured, not how disciplined you are or not how healthy you are. Okay. So in the next part of this section, I'll show you how this chart, what does this chart explain? Information like why certain health issue keep on repeating, why burnout happen at specific periods, and why generic advice doesn't work for everyone. So keep this chart open. We'll come back to it shortly, and uh, and then it will slowly make sense. Okay? Yeah. All right. Once you have the chart ready, okay, then we will continue. Right. So how many of you still need 1 or 2 minutes to plot the chart? Type a two here. Okay. Seems like everyone is okay. Right, good. Oh, Felicia, you still need time. Okay. Right. Okay. Anyway, um, while you are plotting the chart, I will talk slower. Okay, so what are the five elements? So the next topic I'm going to introduce is called the five elements. Right. So this is where ancient wisdom become practical. Why? Because the five elements is a system that maps how energy move through your organs and it also affect your emotion and your life as well. Right. So how do you find the five elements? Okay. Now take a take a look at your 八字 chart. Okay. On top, you see your main chart. You can ignore that for now. What I want you to do is look for the second page. Yeah, the second page and look at the lower section of the chart. Okay. Okay. Now at the second page, look towards the bottom left corner. Bottom left corner. So you see this section called the five structure, right? So this is showing a five element percentage next to them, right? Okay. Everyone okay so far? Are you able to see the file structure? Yes? Right, good. Okay. So which one do you focus on? Focus on the yellow color, which is the natal chart. Yeah, natal chart, yellow color. So you can see there's a percentage here from 0 to 100% for each of the line. Yeah. Right. So you see like the word 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So this is the percentage. Yeah, the element percentage. Okay. All right, this percentage, what does it represent? It represents relative strength to your personalized five element, which is the wood, the earth, the fire, the metal, the water. Okay. Now ignore ignore those words like wealth, output, companion, resource, influence. Ignore all that first. That one is used for career or business. Okay. So when we are talking about health, just focus on the elements and what's the percentage of the elements. Okay. By the way, this is not saying it is whether good or bad. It is simply showing you how your energy is distributed. Okay. Yeah. Now I want you to do three simple things. Number one, notice which element is the strongest. Yeah. So yeah, you can tell in the chat which element is the strongest. Is it fire? Is it water? Okay. Is it wood? Which one is the strongest? fire 100%. Fire 100%. Wow, so many. Earth, water, matter, wood. Okay, good. All five elements are there. Okay. Right. The strongest element usually works the hardest in your life, right? Secondly, notice which element is the weakest. Yeah, which element is the weakest? Roughly how many percent is that? The weakest, right? Well, Leslie is having the fire and earth are both 100%, right? Good. Okay, okay. Yeah, so you have two element which is the strongest, which is it's all right. Yeah, some people will have two strong element. It's normal. All right, Eric is 0% water. Okay. Yeah. All right. The weakest element will indicate where the which area that you have more health challenge and which emotion stress show up first. Yeah, because every element will represent certain emotions and certain organ in your body as well. So the weakest is the one that you will have problem with throughout your life, and also which are the emotion that you will have problem with throughout your life as well. Okay. Okay, number three. Number three. Which is the element that is extremely high or extremely low? So what is extremely high? Extremely high means above 90%. That is considered extremely high. What is extremely low? Right? Less than 10%. That is extremely low. Any of these element. 100% fire, that is extremely high. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, 20 is still okay. Less than 10 is weak. Yeah, is extremely low. Okay. So 10 or above 90. Weaker, lower than 10 or above 90. That will be the extreme high or extreme low. Okay. So if you have extreme high or extreme low, this indicate imbalance. All right. Not illness. It doesn't indicate you have illness or vulnerability. It just indicate imbalance. Okay. So one step at a time, one step at a time. Imbalance. Okay. So you don't analyze anything first. You don't judge. You just observe first. Observe which element is the strongest, which element is the weakest, and which element is either extreme high or extreme low. Okay. Yeah. So, and now you know why generic health advice doesn't work. Because two people can eat the same food, sleep at the same hour, take the same supplements, but respond completely different. Why? Because their energy structure is different. So in the next part, I'll show you how this percentage related to your organs, to your emotions, and how your environment either support or drain you, right? So keep this section visible. We'll come back to it again and it will start to make sense. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. This is a chart that will start to make sense. Okay. You can copy this print screen. Yeah. Take a photo, whatever you need. And keep this chart. Why? Because each element will govern certain parts of your body. The wood, fire, earth, matter, water all govern your different organs, different type of emotions. Yeah, it govern different your vitality and even your behavior patterns. So example, if you are having too much fire, it indicate that you have a very strong heart. But it also indicate you are high in anxiety. Yeah. Yes, your heart is super strong, but you are very easily having anxiety. Okay. And if you are too weak in let's say matter, it represent your kidney is weak and you are always fearful. Okay. So the goal is to balance the element, not to the strongest doesn't mean it's the best or doesn't mean it has no problem. The weakest is usually is the problem. Yeah. And the goal we are trying to do in health, but part two for health is actually to balance it. Right? So that's the goal. Okay, next topic, we a little bit technical here. It's called the five element cycles. So remember, balance is more important than strength. So too much of one element can damage another. So this is why boosting energy without balancing often backfire lah. So like too much of certain elements will weaken another element and also controlling to another element. For example, if you have too much fire, which from the chart, most of you guys were telling me that you have too much fire. So if you have too much fire, it will weaken your wood element. And too much fire will also control the metal element. So what does this mean? This means when your fire is too strong, your wood, which is the liver, will be weakened, right? Then anger will be high. You are easily angered. And your metal, which is the lungs, which is under control by the fire, might also have issue, right? And metal also have a lot of grief. So you will easily have grief as well. Okay. So that's what it means, right? So why balancing is more matters more than boosting? Because you don't need more energy. You just need energy that flow correctly. And balance create sustainability. Boosting actually create burnout, right? So we only boost certain element for for your career or your business, but we don't boost the element in your health. Balance is the key, right? So how imbalance show up as fatigue, inflammation, and aging? Why? Because this is how imbalance whisper to you before you scream. You say, what it say? You will slow down your healing, your sleep doesn't restore, then your immune system become weaker, and you age faster, right? So these are the things that is happen when your chart are imbalanced. Okay, emotional roots of physical illness. What does it mean? Because emotion, yeah, emotion, it doesn't disappear. Okay. They either move or they settle into different organs. So unprocessed anger, worried, grief, or fear, they always leave a physical footprint. Okay. All these emotion will actually affect the different organs in your body according to the elements. Right. Right. And of course, your environment is also a silence health trigger. So do you know that your home is actually talking to your body? All right. Yeah. So if every day your space is sending signal to your nervous system, and most people never realize their environment is exhaust is weakening them. Yeah, most people never realize that. Okay. Okay. This part is a little bit more technical, so I'll go slowly on here. So this concept is called the Loshu chart. So what is a Loshu chart? So Loshu chart is not something superstitious. It's just an energy map of a space. Just like Bazi is energy map of your body, your DNA. Loshu chart will divide your house or your the properties that you stay in or the office that you are here into nine different sectors based on the direction. So each direction govern a specific five element energy, right? So I walk through this slowly. So example, the north will govern the water element. So water are related to your kidney, to your hormones, to your vitality, and also govern deep recovery, right? Then the south area govern fire. So fire is related to your heart, to your sleep quality, and to your blood circulations, and also emotionally calm. Yeah. East and southeast govern the wood element. And wood element are related to your liver, related to growth, related to movement, related to flexibility and stress regulation. All right. West and north and northwest govern matter element, and matter related to your lungs, related to your immune system, your skin, right? And the the ability to let go emotionally let go, letting go. Okay. That's governed by the matter. And the northeast, southwest and northeast govern the earth element. And earth element related to digestive system, nourishment, stabilities, and emotional grounding. Right. Okay, I see some of you have questions. Yeah. So let me answer one or two questions, then I'll continue. All right. Okay, so Louisa is what happened if fire is the highest with no matter? Right. Uh, okay, then you can go back to this chart. Yeah. Right. So fire, if it's the highest, that means your heart is strong, but you have anxiety. Okay. And because fire is strong, it will weaken the wood element. Yeah. So weaken the wood element, your liver will be weakened, and you are easily angered. Okay. And because fire is also countering the matter, and since you have no matter element, yeah, so your matter element is already very weak, very, very weak. So your lungs, your respiration system is already weak. And with a high fire, right? High fire, that means you might have problems like, example, like asthma or a respiration system problem throughout your life, and you easily have this feeling of grief. Okay, so that's what it means. Yeah. So Wen Kuei is also asking if high percentage of 100% of water means what? Tendency of fear? Yes, tendency of fear. Okay. All right. So please, I show you this page. Take a snapshot. Yeah, copy as much as you can. Okay, let's continue. Okay, missing sector. Okay. Now here's the part that most people miss. Why? Because if a property has a missing sector, for example, a missing corner or irregular shape or a cut-off area, it doesn't mean something bad will happen. But it does mean that the element governed by the sector is weakened. So if the north sector is missing, your water energy in your house is weakened. So over time, what this can affect your stamina, your hormones, or your speed of recovery. Yeah. So if the south is missing, the fire energy weakens. So your sleep, you have difficulty with sleeping, and you feel anxiety, right? And joy is hard to access, right? And of course, east and southeast is missing, then wood will struggle. So when wood struggle, stress build up, energy stagnant, and frustration increase. Right. What else? Then next is actually the west and the northwest is missing. So when west and northwest is missing, your immune system drop, skin issue might appear, right? And your boundaries will feel a little bit blur. Okay. Why? Because you will have a lot of grief. And if southwest and northeast is missing, the earth become unstable. Yeah. So your digestive system will be weakened. You will have overthinking, and your grounding is lost. Right. So this does not include By the way, the missing sector does not cause the illness by itself, huh? But when the environment weakens the same elements that is already weak in your 八字, then your body feel it much faster, right? Okay. And this is why healing, in healing, you cannot ignore the space. Why? Because your body rests in your home. If the space is out of balance, then your body will never fully recover. And this is why feng shui is very important. Right? Okay. So what happens when the elements are aligned? Oh, that's good news. When all the elements are aligned, your healings become effortless, right? Your energy stabilize, your emotions settle, you can have good sleep, and your body, you will remember how to heal. Okay? Yeah. And of course, right. So I see it's still so many questions again. All right. So let's deep dive a little bit on the five element. Huh? Yeah. Maybe this will answer most of your questions. Okay. Let's start with the wood element. Yeah, let's start with wood element. So wood element will represent organ like your liver or the gallbladder. So if you feel stuck, if you feel frustrated, or you feel tense, right? Listen carefully, because wood govern movement and growth. So when wood is blocked, your anger will build up, right? Your hormone will fluctuate and headache will appear. Okay, so this is why detox fail when your energy cannot move. Okay, yeah, many people will try to detox their liver. They start like eating clean, right? Fruit juice detox for 21 days. Have you heard of this? Yeah, olive oil detox. Just drinking olive oil for 7 days, nothing else. And just drink fruit juice for 21 days, nothing else. Some people are just water detox. 5 days, just drink water, nothing else. Trying to detox. Well, some works, some doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? Because if your energy is not moving in your body, then this detox will fail. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Again, next will be your fire element. Okay. By the way, I still see some people is asking what is about 0%. If you have the, okay, I'll repeat this one more time. If the element is too strong, you will have problems with that element. If the element is too weak or even 0%, then you will have problems with that element as well. Yeah. So it's always the element that is too strong and too weak is the problem. The element that is right at the center, which is balanced about 40 to 60%, that is called balance, those elements will be fine. All right. Okay. So now, which element is the strongest? Which element is the weakest? Then this is the problems you you'll find. Right. So the fire element govern your heart and it governs your small intestine as well. All right. So have you ever feel really tired that you're unable, but you're still unable to rest? Like you feel very tired, but you are restless. Your mind cannot sleep. Yeah. Why? Maybe it's a fire problem. Right. Why? Because fire, if you have a healthy fire, it will govern joy, happiness, and feeling of pleasantness, and also good sleep. Yeah. So when your fire is imbalanced, the anxiety will rise, and your sleep feels short, shallow, right? And your mind won't switch off. You have difficulty falling into sleep. And when you do, you wake up middle of the night 1 or 2 times, right? So this might be some of the problem if your fire is too strong or too weak. So how about the next? How about the earth element? So earth elements is govern your spleen and your stomach, right? So have you ever feel really heavy even after a healthy meal, right? Because earth govern nourishment, right? So when your earth is too strong or too weak, your nutrient aren't absorbed, are not able being absorbed by your body. So and you feel fatigued, right? Even after a good meal. And you start to overthink because overthink will drain up the energy as well. Okay. Yeah. So, so this is earth element. Next, water element. All right. Water element. Okay. Sorry, matter. Yeah, matter govern your lungs and your intestine, the large intestine. Right. So for matter, the immunity or the immune system and grief are deeply connected. Why? Because matter governs boundaries and letting go. So if you have unresolved grief, it will weaken your immune system, it will weaken your skin and your breathing system as well. Yeah, your respiration system. Right? Okay. So this is matter. And of course, water element. Right? Water govern kidney and bladder. Okay. And this is where aging begins, because water store your life reserve. Right? Chronic stress, fear, survival mode will drain it quietly until exhaustion become permanent. Yeah. So if you have water problem, too strong or too weak, then somehow or other you age faster, right? Yeah, because you are constantly in stress and you're constantly in fear and you're always on a survival mode, right? All right. Okay. Oh, you want the earth element. All right. Okay. Sure. Now I'll give you 30 seconds to snapshot this. Someone want the matter element. Okay. Another 30 seconds for you to snapshot this. Hmm. Wow. Fire, wood. Okay, fire. Right. Okay, wood. I only show one time. Don't repeat anymore. Okay, this is wood. Okay, water. All right, this is water. Okay. Everyone cool? Got it? Yeah. All right. Next, environment, emotion, and energy. So your healing process, it never happen in isolation. When the environment, emotion, and energy has to be aligned, then your body will finally feel safe to heal. Right, okay? So this is how your space affect each element. So even if you never touch a supplement again, your home is still affecting your health every single day. Why? Because your body does not stop responding to the energy when you go home. In fact, your space is one of the strongest health influencer. Why? Because it works 24/7 on you. All right. Every minute, every second, every hour you spend on your home, the energy and the space is actually affecting you. And each area of your home activate a specific elements, which we talked about just now in the Lord Shuu chart. So if your space is misaligned, it constantly stimulate stress, it will disrupt your organ recovery, yeah, it will drain your vitality silently. So that's why even two people living in the same lifestyle can have completely different health outcome if their space are different. So one space will restore and the other might exhaust you, right? Okay, so three area in your house that is the most important for your health, right? So and whether these are the space can improve your health or broken your health, right? So these are the three space, very important. Number one, your bedroom, right? Why? Because your bedroom control recovery. So if the energy is wrong in your bedroom, no amount of sleep will restore you. Right. And then secondly, your kitchen. Why? Because your kitchen controls the nourishment. If the energy in your kitchen is chaotic, food that was cooked there cannot turn into vitality. Right? Yeah. Then someone say, oh, we always dabao. Okay, what's dabao? That means take away lah. Yeah, you go and you take away and bring it home to eat. Is it good or bad? Well, if you always do takeaway, you have no idea whether the kitchen that was the kitchen is actually having a good chi or bad chi, right? So you are not sure whether the food you are intake into your body having a good energy or bad energy. Okay. So is it recommended? If I have a control on my own kitchen, then I would rather cook, right? So only if you know your kitchen is no good, then you have no other choice lah, right? Right not? Yeah. So yeah, not too recommended. I prefer to be in control rather than being controlled. Right. And then the third place is your work area. Why? Because your work area always control your mental energy and stress. So if this space is misaligned, your nervous system can never switch off. And most people focus on what they eat, but never realize where they eat, where they sleep, and where they work. Because this may be the real issue. Yeah. And this is why healings fail. Even when your discipline is strong, your healing still fail if these three spaces are not aligned. All right. Right. Okay. So emotional patterns will also might keep you sick as well. And this is the part that most people avoid, but it changes everything. Yeah. So your emotions are not separated from your organ. Certain emotional pattern, when repeated, it become a psychology stress. Example, if you try to repress your anger, it will tighten the liver. Yeah. So chronic worries will weaken your digestive system. And unresolved grief will lower your immunity. Right? Constant fear will start draining your life force. So if these patterns are not recognized, your body will always stay in a survival mode and the healing will never complete. Okay. So this is not about which element or which feng shui to blame or what. This is about awareness. Yeah, now you know, now you are more aware about the five elements. So when your emotion, when your environment and the energy are all addressed together, then your body will finally feel safe to heal. And this is why random fix doesn't work. Healing require a system that sees everything, not just the symptom. Right? All right. Okay. Why willpower doesn't heal energy? Okay. Well, if willpower work, you would already be well, right? Right. So most people believe that healing is about discipline. You eat better, you sleep more, you try harder. But willpower only works on the surface. Why? Because energy lives beneath the effort. You cannot force digestive system to absorb better, right? Not? Yeah. You cannot force hormone to stabilize, right? You cannot force a deep recovery. Okay, right? So in fact, too much willpower often create more stress. And of course, stress is the fastest way to drain your energy, right? This is not a failure of your characters. It is a misunderstanding on how your body heals. And healing doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to alignment. Okay. Okay, the cause of ignoring early imbalance. So imbalance doesn't shout, it whisper. Your body always give warning first, right? You have subtle fatigue, you have lighter sleep, you are slow recovery, lower resilience. Most people ignore all these signs because life is busy. But energy imbalance never disappear. It accumulate. Yeah. What could have been corrected gently eventually require a drastic intervention. And the cost isn't just medical cost. You lost clarity, you lost confidence, you lost years of vitalities. So early correction is cheaper, late correction is very expensive. By the way, your body is actually a natural healing, has a natural healing intelligence. Yeah. So your body already know how to heal. Okay? Your human body is not broken. It is intelligent. Every system in your body is constantly trying to restore the balance. But healing intelligence only activates when the environment feels safe, energy flow correctly, and timing is respected. So this is why random fix doesn't work. Healing requires the right sequence, knowing what to correct, when to correct, and how much to correct. And this is why most people get stuck. All right. Okay, from fatigue to vitality. So let me tell you about someone who was doing everything right and still exhausts. All right. So these clients come to me and saying, I sleep well, I eat well, I exercise well, but I'm always tired. All right. There was no dramatic illness. It's just constant fatigue, brain fog, and low motivation. So when you look deeper, the issue wasn't lack of discipline. It was lack of, it was just, and it is energy leakage, right? How? Okay. So when you do feng shui, you will understand, yeah, the wood element was blocked. Then the earth elements was weak. And their environment was constantly overstimulating their nervous system. Okay. So what does it mean? You look at the chart, okay, wood element was blocked. How was it blocked? Yeah, earth element was weak. Okay. So the percentage of the earth element is very weak, right? And a part of the house, which is represent the wood element, all right, was blocked. It was a storeroom. Okay. Yeah. So, and they are always activating the area where it is the earth element already very weak, and you keep on activating the area that is weakening the earth element even more, right? Which is the metal element. So how? Instead of adding more supplements, you go to the doctor, doctor will give you medication, right? No, you need energies, yeah? You need energy flow. You need emotional pressure and also environment. Environment is where you correct it. So yeah, Patricia is asking, can you show the slide? I don't have, I can't show the slide because it's a real customer story. Yeah, not very good to share a real customer floor plan. So within what I do, of course, I reduce the metal element in the chart, right, and increase unblock the earth wood element. Yeah, You can, and of course, you can activate the fire element so that it will improve the earth element as well. So within weeks, energy returns. Yeah, so everything feel good again. So this is the difference between what makes the alignment. Yeah, right. How to unblock? Well, just clean up the area. Okay, open the door, open the window, allow the energy to flow and clean up the area. It's very, very simple. Okay, there is another example of sleep, immunity, and hormone restore. Okay, so and the next case is how deeply everything is connected. So this client of mine also struggle with poor sleep, frequent sickness, and hormone imbalance. So doctor treat each issue separately, lah, but nothing improved. Yeah. So when we map out their five element, when you look at the 八字 and also the feng shui, then you can see the pattern very, very clearly. The fire was overactive from the 八字 chart, right? So when your fire is too strong, your mind never rests. Then your matter was very weak. Okay. Then the immunity system is weakened and water was depleted. So the hormone couldn't stable. Okay. So we didn't chase the symptom, we restore balance. So we have to find a balance to control the fire, increase the water, right? And everything will work out. Okay. And the timing to increase this energy is also very, very important. Okay. So what do you do? Well, you have to put certain water element at a certain location to improve the water element in the house and to control the overall fire element. Yeah. So that's one of the tricks you can do for feng shui. So long story cut short, after a few months later, when we do actually a few weeks only, not even a few months, when we do an exercise discussion, the clients tell me that have a better sleep, their immune system has strengthened, and of course the hormones are balanced, right? How to control fire? Yeah. So just now I have shared the five element chart. The element that control fire is actually water. Okay, use water to control the fire. Right. And of course, pattern C is called Antrankayana. After you have done so much, so many feng shui project, you start to see patterns, right? So after working with like hundreds of, probably thousands of people for my case, so something become very, very clear. Different people, different lifestyle, different health challenge, yet the same pattern repeat over and over again, right? Most people, they don't suffer from bad health. They suffer from unseen imbalance happening quietly over time. So I have seen the same root cause appear repeatedly. Your energy deplete before your physical breakdown. Yeah. Your emotionally overload before your organ has symptom. And environmental will stress, yeah, from the feng shui point of view before you have any chronic illness. Once you see this pattern, you realize that health is not random. It always follow a system. Okay. And what actually create lasting change? So what truly works is beyond temporary relief. Yeah, lasting change never comes from quick fix. It comes from understanding your unique energy pattern, number one. Yeah. It comes from correcting the environment that is affecting you daily. It comes from releasing your emotional loops that you keep on repeating. And by applying some consistent adjustment, yeah, it will fix things without force. So when all these are aligned, your body stop fighting and start healing. By the way, this is not a theory. This is what result that last, right? And why knowledge alone isn't enough? Because information does not equal to transformation. Many of you already know a lot about health. I'm sure of it. But the knowledge without structure, it creates confusion. Right? You know what to do, but you do not know when to do it and why you need to do it and how much you need to do it. Right? So all these lead to overcorrection, burnout, or self-doubt because healing requires a sequence, not just information. All right. All right, okay. The problem with self-diagnosing. So here's the honest truth most people don't like hearing. You cannot accurately diagnose your own energy system, not because you are incapable, but because blind spots are invisible to the person inside them. Yeah, it's called bias. You have self-bias. So self-diagnosing is often lead to treating the wrong elements, strengthening one system while weakening another, right? You chasing system instead of causes. And this is why progress feel inconsistent. Guidance doesn't remove your power, it focus it. And this is where clear system change everything, right? I I still remember, yeah, when some of you have been to the TCM before, right? Some of you have been to TCM before, right? So the TCM, what is TCM? Traditional Chinese medication. Yeah, traditional Chinese medication. Most of TCM will tell you to drink warm water or hot water. Correct? No? How many TCM will tell you drink cold water? Anyone? Anyone heard of it before? I can 100% guarantee none. Yeah, none. But I tell you the truth. I drink cold water every day. Not warm, but cold water every day. Yeah. And I have not been falling sick. The last time I fell sick was during the pandemic, 2020. Yeah, that's the only time. Of course, COVID-19. Yeah. Okay. I think from 2021 until now, I have not I have not been sick before. Yeah. Even shower also cannot cold water. Every morning I take cold water shower. Yeah. First time you heard drink cold water is good. Yes. Why? Right. Yeah. TCM, no ice water, no spicy food, no sour food. All right. Okay, why? Now I tell you why. TCM come from where? Which country? Yeah. China. All right. China has 4 seasons, right? So there are 4 seasons. So most of the time, except for summer, most of the time is hot. It's cold, right? It's cold most of the time. So the weather is already cooling, so you need to warm down your body, correct? No? Yeah. But if you stay in a tropical country like Malaysia, every day is warm. It's like summer every day. We only have 2 seasons here. It's either hot or rainy season. Okay. Yeah. Then if your buzzer chart already super strong in fire element, so do you think your body is warm body or cold body? Right. Definitely, many of you have extreme fire element, right? Extreme fire element. So when you have extreme fire element, means your body is already warm, right? Already very warm. Okay. So if you add on more warm water, hot water, what happened to your body? What happened to the fire element? It becomes stronger, right? Yeah. So you need to cool down your body, especially if you stay in tropical country like Malaysia, Singapore. Okay. Of course, if you are from the Four Seasons country, that will be different story. Yeah. So I'm telling you the truth that for the past at least 4 to 5 years, yeah, I never fall sick. Because I drink cold water. By the way, this is also cold water. Okay. Once you, by the way, once you understand this, the next question become very, very simple. How do I apply this correctly for my body, for my space, and for my life? Right? Yes, man. Okay, most people, you wait until it's too late before you care about your health. Don't let this be you, right? And what if you could see with precision, right? What if you could stop guessing, right? So if you can see with precision, if you can stop guessing, everything about your health will be aligned, right? So that's why I want to introduce you guys to this program called the Wellness Game Plan. And this is why I created this game plan. Yeah. What is it? What is it about? It's a, it's a strategic system that integrate Chinese metaphysics with modern life. So your health finally makes sense. Right. So what you'll be learning, what you'll be learning. Okay. So you don't have to guess your energy anymore because learn the energy timing, learn how you can realign with precisions. So by the end of these 2 days, this is a 2 day program by the way, you walk away with clarity, with structure, and a personalized roadmap for your body to understand. Yeah. A feng shui plan to turn your home into a restoration healing space. A daily energy system that sustain focus, sleep, and mood balance. And of course, a practical toolkits to support others with real energy-based solution. All right. So let me show you why this is a no-brainer. Why? Because this wellness program, yeah, yeah, for a program like this, normally it will be selling at 697 USD. Then I will include in bonus number one, which called the energy recovery protocol. So if I'm going to sell this, it's going to cost 297. Bonus number two is called the emotional detox code, also valued at $297. And of course, you guys are considered the super early bird. So you will have an additional bonus, it's called the Qi alignment practice, which is another 297, right? So if you add all together, the value of this course is about 1588. And by the way, because you are here today, and today is the last, I'm gonna provide this last offer. Why? Because next week I will have this program called the Healing Rhythm of Life. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna have this Healing Rhythm of Life. So what is this about? It's about using feng shui and timing to support your health, healing, and family well-being. Right? So basically, I'm gonna teach you how to use feng shui and timing to get pregnant. Okay, that's one part. Another part is I'm going to teach you how to select good time and dates for medical, uh, how to say, for to do medical checkup or do surgery. Okay, go for anything that is important to your in terms of medication. All right. this is the timing you select. Yes, thank you. Medical checkup, medical treatment, surgery, you can use, I will teach you how to select this timing for that. Right? It's all on this bonus program. So this group will be the last group to have this bonus. Why? Because this bonus is going to be next week on the 12th of February. Okay. So this today webinar will be the last webinar I'm going to offer this limited bonus. After today, there's no more. Once it's gone, it's gone. All right. Okay. So grab this offer and everything add on together. It's all only going to cost you about, and your investment is only 497 for everything here. Yeah. So you will get about 79 to 80% of saving because of your early bird. Right. So you enroll by today before midnight Malaysian time, which is GMT plus 8. GMT plus 8. So latest we will close in by 11:59 p.m. Why? Because my team need to prepare for next week, the program for next week. Okay. So this limited bonus is going to be the last offer. If you miss out, I'm so sorry. It's gone forever. Okay, I'm not selling this program. Okay, this is a bonus program I promised those students who have signed up earlier. Yeah. So this today, I repeat that today is going to be last day. You will have this super limited bonus. Right? If you have enrolled already, you will definitely get this. Okay? Yeah. So once it's gone, it's gone. There will be no recording or this. So please come. Right. All right. Right. By the way, if your body has been asking for help, this is the moment. Don't wait for the breakdown to learn alignment. Okay. So enroll now and enjoy all these bonus. Right. Enjoy all these bonus. Right. Yeah. So the earlier you enroll, the more bonuses you have. Like for example, the healing rhythm. If you enroll 1 month later, then you don't have this, and perhaps you only get the super early bird, the chi alignment practice. Chi alignment practice, we plan to do it in March. So when you miss that, I'm sorry, then you miss that as well. Yeah. So then if you enroll in April, you don't get the chi alignment. If you enroll in May, by the way, the course is going to be in May. So by May, I will at least cover two of these three bonuses. Yeah, then will be the real cost, and the final bonuses will be a month after the real cost, right? The cost, there will be a replay of the cost, of course. Yeah. Which bonus is on the 12th? The healing rhythm. This one. Yeah, this one. This will be on the 12th of February. This one, sorry, no replay. Oh, okay. So if you sign up, I think we can send you a replay, right? Yeah. All bonus, if you sign up now, you were entitled to have all the bonus. Bonus replay as well. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So if you sign up later, then you will not get the healing rhythm. If you sign up later, you will not get the chi alignment. If you sign up further later, then you might miss one bonus number one or bonus number two. We have not decided which one to go first, lah. Right. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. And of course, at least today you learn about the 5 elements. And these 5 elements will govern different organs in your body. having too much of certain element and having too little of certain elements always give the problem, right? So the trick is always balance, always balance. Okay. So physical health is also caused by your emotional imbalance as well. So please learn to control your emotion as well, right? And of course, if you know feng shui can actually help you create a better healing area, healing space. Yeah, balance up the energy in your home, and you will heal faster and better. All right. Okay. Uh, okay. And again, thank you very much for today's. Thanks for joining me. Yeah. Right. Someone is asking, is all the courses we offer around 8 to 8:30? No. The real cost, the 2 day real cost will start at 7. Why? Because the information that is covered is a bit long, so I need more hours, yeah, to cover it. The rest, like the rest of the bonuses, yes, it will start between around 8 to 8:30. Yeah. The the wellness game plan will start earlier because I need more time, right, to cover that. Okay. Yes, there will be recording for all this. If you sign up right now, then you get the healing rhythm of life as well. Right. Okay. Thank you very much. See you guys. Right. And for those of you who are celebrating Chinese New Year, Happy Chinese New Year. Yeah, 恭喜发财, everyone.